Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. I hope everybody's excited for another match of the Super Mario Bros. 3 Warpless Tournament hosted by SpeedGaming, organized by Northman Zero as we make our way through the lower bracket. Today we have nissault versus proa007, and the winner will go on to face Rupert83. I'm Tixie88, and joining me on the commentary booth today is Sharkid. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. I'm really excited for this match, considering that these guys are pretty much like people that I know from of both the random community and the vanilla community. So it's going to see. I mean, I love the fact that like Proe, as such as a random player that he is, and nissault being as an amazing vanilla player that he is. It's like all together in this match. It's so amazing for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been watching nissault since maybe mid-late 2020, and I've had a chance to see him progress both in Warpless and 100%. I'm quite impressed by how far he's progressed since then. Yeah, as Shar said, Pro is no stranger to the SMB3 rando community. As a matter of fact, he did win just the last tournament that we had back in November. Yeah, being quite the talented runner himself in the vanilla game, I do believe he's sporting a PB of 5540 according to SRC. Ooh, looks like
I
probably
had
tripping
a
up a little bit in 1-1 there.
and it was an interesting start for him because he didn't go for the like the Koopa kick to get the mushroom. He got it like in the first power up like available, and he had like a slightly slow 1-1 for Proe. But right now we're about to see the patented nissault strat made by nissault himself. You love to see that, definitely.
It's the patented
Yeah.
nissault strat of grabbing the leaf in 1-2, so you don't have to worry about doing any complicated jumps in the fort.
And Proe doing that same safe approach as well. That's a really nice race friendly strat, to be honest.
Right, so nissault's going to be our first one in the fort. We're not going to be spending too much time there, as he's just going to fly up, grab that whistle, and he's out of here.
We can just see a little bit of a bunk over there, like when he was trying to fly, but it's okay.
Yeah, the bunk
Same
actually
bunk as
isn't too bad in the
Proe.
fort since... Bunk actually isn't too bad in the fort since it sets you up to be right underneath the rotodisc and not have to worry about slowing down later on.
Yeah, but
You know,
with that a slight difference of 1-1, I know that nissault took a little bit of a lead over here, but this is still like anybody, like, I mean, there's still like 7 worlds to go, and yeah, this is not a defining factor right now, so this might get interesting like in the rest of the levels.
yeah, absolutely. I gotta say, it's a pretty interesting decision by proa007 to hold on to the flower. I'm sorry, the leaf in 1-5 and not damage boost. I'm guessing he doesn't want to run the risk of getting frame rolled and belly flopping and just take that opportunity to fly through 1-6 on this latter end.
I mean, yep, that's what it happens whenever you're not comfortable of your jumps. Uh, you're not pretty much like sure about like where to start like running and how to build up your pistol probably, and that leaf guarantees you not a belly flop. So you'll love to see that, definitely. And right now, nissault's about to enter to this first airship with an early flower. So does Proe.
And I want to say that nissault's pretty well versed in at least the early Koopaling fire kills, so I'm pretty sure he knows what pattern's going to be coming up, especially since yeah, he has a good visual marker just by getting that early flower from the bro.
Oh, and nissault actually taking like the top route for this airship. I think I've never seen somebody do that.
Yeah, it's not a very common thing that you see runners do, but yeah, it is possible to get up there just by boosting off the cannons. Ooh, and he almost got smacked in the face by one of them.
Yeah, if there's any place that you don't want to lose your fire flower, it's right like in the airship, because it would alter the Bowser. I mean the Bowser what? The Koopaling pattern, but definitely that was a nice save over there for nissault, and he's off to World 2, and Pro is about to join as well.
Yeah, we still have 334-1 grab from nissault, so we had a very clean World 1.
Oh, interesting fire kill from Pro as well. Like it was a safer approach, but it was still a fire kill. I still saw 10 fireballs going into Larry.
Mhm. Yeah, I think he was still able to save a little bit of time with that over the stop kills since he ended with a 241. Alright, got some good P-speed going on nissault side. He's doing a good job of just steering clear of those pile drivers. Gets onto the note block, and he's out of there.
Yep, definitely well executed by nissault over there. Now let's see proa if he does the same.
Yep, he's got his P-speed, he's got his fire flower. Doing little turnbacks just to make sure he's making it onto those pile drivers. Ooh, and he had some frame perfect jumps, so he lost his P-speed right at the last moment. That kind of caught me off guard as well.
I mean, I've been there, definitely, and whenever you lost your P-speed, it's pretty much like, yeah, you have to jump like really cautious, but I kind of saw like that type of aggressive jump over there, and that ended up like on the fire snake, which it's not about like, it's not an inconvenience, like, it's not like you cannot complete like this world without a fire flower, but the next one he's going to get it's up onto the airship, so that might kind of slow him down when it comes to the fourth.
Yeah, I mean, the only inconvenience you get from not having a fire flower in World 2 is just not being able to fire kill boom boom. So that's gonna lose you about 2 or 3 seconds, but you don't really need it for anything else in World 2. So just want to make sure you hold on to regular Big Mario until you get to the ship, as you mentioned.
Oh, and he's not going for the rupee stomper. Awesome. nissault, it's about to enter to 2-3, but is he going to do any rockets? What do you think?
I'm gonna go ahead and say he's gonna play it safe and just do a pretty standard 2-3.
Yep,
He's more than welcome to prove me wrong.
Well, you weren't wrong at all.
And there's nothing wrong with that either. Yeah, Green Rocket is one of those, like, big risk, little reward sort of thing, so yeah, very meticulous how you have to jump to grab that shell, and if you're able to pull it off optimally, it'll save about a half second.
Yep, and Pro is about to do pretty much the same because, as you mentioned, like, it contains a high risk, and that's, like, pretty much, like, getting hit or, you know, like, not making it on time if you, in the case of the Red Rocket, and, yeah, like, you just want to play it safe in a race, you know, like, you don't need to go for fancy strats, right?
No, not at all.
Alright, I see the bros are in a really good shape for both of our runners, so, I mean, for nissault, like, the hammer bro, it's in, you know, like, in its best spot, but at the same time that Dumbbox can, you know, like, I'm not sure if he can get into the way, but I think it won't, but yeah, like, anything can happen in this game, you always have to expect the worst.
And just as a reminder, nissault knows exactly which hammer bro he wants to go for just by the direction that they're facing as soon as the overworld music starts. So he saw that the hammer is facing left as soon as the music starts, so that's the one he wants to chase after, and that's, of course, the one behind the pyramid, his favorite spot.
Yeah, for Pro, pretty much like the music box slash Kuya box slash Dom box slash Ethan box. It's pretty much like from on the, like, he left it behind like before 2-3, so pretty much like he knew that the hammer was the one that it's like waiting for him like by the end of the world, and yeah, we get to see Pro having like another like you know, like perspective of this pyramid because he didn't grab like the Buster Beetle like at the beginning. I'm not sure if that's because of the random muscle memory, because normally that's never a Buster Beetle like at the beginning.
Oh.
And we pretty much enter into the World Airship. I think they both are going to have like a similar pattern. Oh wait, no, they're not going to have a similar pattern because Pro still needs to grab a fire flower, and that might, those little frames, believe it or not, also count. So that's going to be like an interesting way of Pro how he's going to be approaching the fight.
Actually, he's actually going to have a standard movement of 1 from the pyramid pattern, so he can expect an early one-shot from Morton. he was one spot away from the pyramid. He got a movement of 1 from the bros, and yeah, he's gonna pick up another 30 frames grabbing that fire flower. So mathematically, it pretty much breaks even.
Alright, when it comes to World 3, I know that these runners might look like a little bit of a 30-second difference or discrepancy. I mean, I'm bad with the timing, I'm sorry. But when it comes to World 3, everything can change because of that, those bros RNG. So, are we expecting to watch any runners from these runners today?
Considering the track record we've seen from other runners in this tournament, I'm gonna go ahead and say that at least one of them is gonna get a Ronnie. But I hope that I'm wrong. I really, really do. I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
You don't wish that, like, as a runner, but as a viewer, you always expect some content, right?
Yeah, I guess that's a way to look at it. Because I am a fellow runner, I have camaraderie with others in the SMB3 community, so yeah, I wish them the best on all their runs.
We didn't see any first frame jump from nissault. I hope that he didn't forget about it, but it's always for good luck. I'm going to ask him if he attempted though, because yeah, like that's definitely a good sign for good luck. But yeah, right now nissault finishing out 3-1. Now let's see how these bros behave. Definitely. And ooh.
Any 32P speed gamers?
Nope. I mean, 3-2, it's one of those levels that, I mean, it looks fascinating with P-Speed, but that tiny jump at the beginning, that, like, if it only didn't have, like, that tiny jump, I wouldn't be so mad about it, because that's so finicky and so, no, I don't like it.
Yeah, one of the additional downsides of not having P-Speed in 3-2 is that, you know, you really have to watch your jumps carefully so you don't fall through the hitboxes of those cheap cheeps as we've saw plenty of times so far. But nissault gets through that out there, no problem. See if proa can follow suit. Very clean 3-3.
proa knew his cheap cycles as well, so that's pretty much like a nice and safe approach as well. Ooh, and nissault has a running alert over there. Uh-oh. And he's pretty much in coin chip numbers, so I mean, I know that he can change that up like on the... Well, it depends on what he's going to be doing. Ooh, and proa taking damage in 3-3, so he wasn't able to build up his speed and ooh, okay. He's going to grab the fire flower right away, and wow, that's a scary like a stance over there. Oh my god.
Yeah, even though nissault's on coin chip numbers, thankfully he doesn't really have to worry about it too much since his score's at 0, so it would take quite a bit in order to have all those numbers line up. So we got a coin from Lakitu, so we're in pretty good shape.
No, I'm probably good at running away! And so does nissault, oh my god! No! Okay, so... nissault knew right away that when in these cases or these scenarios, it's better to skip both bros, but you gotta play for F1 as a result, because that extra hammer that you needed from the bro from this world, you're going to use it in World 6. So so by not being able to grab that hammer, you pretty much need you know, like to play that nasty horrible fort, which it has like this really annoying jump, and I hope that these runners are in good shape for that, because that jump is not easy at all.
Yeah, very well said. I think that nissault made the right decision not to take a gamble on fighting that hammer and just hoping that run will come back across 3-6, because it was his odds were against him.
They both have the same RNG. What is this race? Wow. And nissault misses the H jump.
Yeah, even in World 2, their RNG was pretty decent, so this is, yeah, just in terms of hammer bro luck, it's been a pretty even playing field.
I mean, you're right. Like, with all things considered, like the RNG is giving these runners like an even play to, I mean, an even play field to be on. So that's lovely because like RNG is not a factor for this. So let's see what's going to be happening next. I mean, RNG is not over. We can still have marathons in War 4. We can still have, like, if the runners are going to be deciding, like, on the different routes. And like, War 6 also has a little bit of RNG. And we have clips and, well, Warpless, it's a jank category, guys. Like, if you want to run something from SMB3, I highly recommend to play Hondo. Ooh, Pro with a nice H jump.
Yeah, very nicely done. So yeah, you definitely want to get that H jump in 3.9. It saves you a good 5 to 7 seconds, depending on how much lag you pick up and how much you struggle just trying to grab those ice blocks towards the end. We're going to be coming up on Wendy, one of the easier Koopalings to fire kill, but the hardest to jump to do a stomp kill on normally. And it's an easy fire kill because you're on flat ground, making it very easy to measure your distance and shoot those fireballs in pairs until she's down. But yeah, she's just... One of the nice things is that you also don't have to worry about what pattern you're going to get, since she could be pretty much fought the same way each time. She might bounce around the... yeah, she also shoots off those rings every time you stomp on her, so they kind of bounce around the room and they don't disappear until she's defeated, so... It's tricky enough to maneuver around them once they're there, but once she starts jumping, it's very easy to get caught off guard and take damage. So yeah, very nice demonstration of the fire kill from nissault. We'll see how Pro A fares with that coming up very shortly. Still a fairly close race. I think they're just about a level and a Hammer Bro fight apart.
Yeah, that can completely change, considering that if nissault is going to play more extra bros or not. Also, I love the way that nissault approached this Wendy kill. Like, it's not like the regular, like I go to hug the left wall and still like shooting my fireballs, but it was still impressive and a fast kill though. So
Absolutely.
and Pro almost with the same approach. Wow. He got a little bit of a slowdown because of Wendy's movement, but wow, these guys know how to kill their Koopaling, so wow.
Yeah, they're both rocking it in this race so far. We saw a nice shell strat to build P-Speed from nissault in 4-1, and he took the bottom route, the superior version of 4-1.
Oh, come on, no. You were a top router before the points tournament, so I know that the high route is pretty much like the superior one. Alright,
It only felt superior at the time because I didn't know better.
Oh my god. You're killing me here. No, pretty much nissault finished out 4-2. I noticed he didn't get like the despawn, but it doesn't matter. I know that he had like that backup strat where he normally just throws like that ice block to kill that piranha. He has like a really nice and secure like landing over there. It was really nice to watch him. And now nissault in my favorite level. Just give it a moment to to admire this level. Oh my god, like I love when runners nail this 4-3. Don't be like me and choke on this, please. Like seriously. I'm asking you so much. Don't ever pull out a shard, please.
Yeah, when you know just how to duck jump and just make your way past those Goombas and those Buzzy Beetles, it just flows really well. So yeah, nissault's gonna be making its way through 4F1. It's taking a star for safety for, as we saw from that hot footing, definitely a very close hazard.
I mean, it wasn't even the hot foot the hazard. It was the thump. Like he got the duck jump that he was planning, but I think he landed like way off to the right, so that's why he took damage, and he couldn't try to avoid that. But it's okay. Like I mean, War 4 with a fire flower, without a fire flower, it's kind of uncomfortable, but it's doable. Like it's not like it's not the end of the world, seriously. Now, Pro had a little bit of an inconvenience with his P-Speed in this 4-3, but he's out of there, and guys, you're already better than me, seriously.
Yeah, I saw a very interesting strat from Pro A at the start of 4-3, where he did a couple turnbacks just to make sure he kicks those Buzzy Beetle shells out of the way before he makes his leaps.
Oh my god, that's spiny! Wow! Alrighty, that spiny went for blood for nissault, but he got nothing because nissault is a pro at this, definitely. And pro, I pretty much taken the basement. It's a safer approach, a race-friendly approach to keep your fire flower if you're not comfortable with 4F1. But he knew what he had to do, and nissault over here taking damage, so he needed to grab that mushroom over there and continue on with the star. So he's in really good shape right now. And Pro, I think he doesn't. Well, he just fought the Stanley, bro. Come on.
Yeah, and if Pro doesn't get sniped by any of the cheaps in 4-4, he's gonna be able to save some time on nissault in 4-6 by not having to go for backup strats. Oh, interesting approach. He's not gonna go for the Lakitu stone.
He's not going for any Wacky Lucky. It's so interesting.
Yeah, the longer the amount of time you spend in that water, the more you have to be careful around those spinies. They become a lot more unpredictable. But he gets through there, no problem. Also a very good idea to stay at the bottom of the water too, so those spinies travel slower towards you.
Alrighty, and Nisi, he had a chance to be grabbing a P-Wing, you know, like, because it was on the way, like, going to the castle, but, he decided to skip that one, so I know that nissault is not of a P-Wing router for World 5, so he's in pretty much in good shape for his P-Wing right now. And, Pro starring, 4-6 with a star, it's not a bad idea, like, just look at that. So clean and amazing, wow.
Yeah, probably had a very clean 4-6, 294 on the timer. That's what you love to see.
So what are you doing?
Giving us a heart attack, apparently.
That's the ultimate airship swag. Wow. Just wow. I have no word.
But how swag is his alignment gonna be?
Ah, you had to jinx it.
Give him an E for effort.
Yeah, like, I'm going to give him a C for effort, you know, because he almost got it, and it was so unfortunate that he just dropped an equal that he couldn't make it through, but the sad part is now that he's not going to be overriding the mole ram, so that's not going to be, like, for him for the good luck, so... And he didn't even get an airwalk or the half a block glitch, so...
Yep, calling it now,
so
he's
like,
getting hands.
a little nasty RNG over here.
He's getting hands for sure.
He's getting hands. Also, nissault didn't get the juicy number as well, and Pro did, so Pro is about to do like you know, like the good stuff for the RNG over here, you know, like you gotta claim those RNG blessings by doing all these memes.
Yeah, this is gonna be the turning point as we enter the latter half of the game.
Alrighty. I don't blame nissault for not going for a fire kill for this coupling because come on, it's Iggy.
Yeah, Iggy's definitely one of the most annoying Koopa Links to some kill just because of how his jump patterns operate, and it's very easy just to fall through his hitbox and take damage. I know he's definitely one of the most notorious, both in the vanilla and randomizer games.
We get to see one of the most amazing alignments from Pro A. He didn't override the mole ram, it's okay, it doesn't matter. Like he completed his task and he has the juicy number, so he might get like a really nice RNG from now on. But now I'm scared for nissault. So right now I know that nissault is not going to be using a P-Wing, you know, to get that extra music box, and he didn't get the dumb box, so he's going to take the gamble of skipping that star, bro, so he can get the P-Wing over here.
He's holding on the P-Wing by not grabbing the music box, and if he grabs the P-Wing in World 5, then he's pretty much set to fly over 6-9 and 7-6.
Yeah, we don't want to see any wall jumps, crazy stuff over here. 7-6 clips, I mean, you can love clips. Like, I mean, in a tourney format, the clips give a little bit of a spiciness, you know, but at the same time, I know that our runners, most of the runners don't like, you know, to clip 7-6, which it's understandable. They still haven't appreciated the magic, like, behind it, but it's okay. I respect you guys, no worries. But, nissault right now, it's in a really good position with his bros. I didn't even catch if they switch on his end, and the star bro is pretty much like the one that it's below, but I hope it's not, because the most difficult part of grabbing a P-Wing in World 5 is that you don't know which bro is the one that you need. And normally, the one that you need, it starts like in the lower section of the map, and yeah, like apparently I think he's not going to be having a good RNG from that star bro, unless, you know, like it moves up. So
come on, move up. Let's do it. Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, yeah, like he pretty much like he knew that he's in a really good shape now, because that star bro, it's unnecessary for him. Although we saw him actually using a star for 4F1, but considering that he has a fire flower, he's not going to be needing it for 5-7, I guess, because that's normally where you use it when you're not doing the flower rack, right?
Yep.
Alright, I'm getting better at the knowledge of this game. Let's go. Alright, Pro pretty much like I think because he has a music box, he's going to be skipping these bros, and he played the other ones on purpose because of, yeah, like because he played 4F1. Oh right, he didn't use a star over there, but I mean he needed a star for 4-6, so this is still like a really interesting match. Like they only have like the tower time difference apart and a level probably, and that can definitely change it up like you know, after War 7 because of the clips. So
it looks like nissault is very determined to hold on to his fire flower, so he's not going to be going for any early P-speed strats in 5-5. That's going to save him good load of trouble in 5-7 if he doesn't have to re-grab it, so definitely a nice decision on his side.
ugh, movement of 4. Bros, give it a break. They already had Ronnie. Why do you have to keep running? But that's right. nissault casted this on himself. You know that with that War 4 airship heart attack attempt. Alrighty, Pro pretty much in the Soul Reaper. I don't blame you, buddy, for not building P-Speed. I don't blame you at all. This nasty level has that name, like has that reputation because of, you know, like that damn I don't know, like lag that it generates of that of those spinners. So it's really annoying.
Yeah, I have no shame in 5-4 about just doing as many turnbacks as possible in 5-4 just to avoid getting debated by those lag frames.
Alright, and we got a little bit. We didn't get to see 5F2 from nissault because they were pretty much like syncing up the timers, but he's in a really good shape of, you know, like just continuing to the Soul Reaper's cousin 5-8, and yeah, like he's pretty much flying through it, and he's out of there.
A very clean 5-8 from nissault's side. See Pro Wave wrapping up 5-7, very nicely done. It looks like we got a movement of 1 from the Hammer Bros just now before entering the castle, and I think Cloud was in third to last slot, so it'll be interesting to see if nissault goes for any fire kills, or he's just gonna, you know, just take a standard stomp kill route. But will he go for wombat percent? That's the important part.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's the most important part of this whole War 5. If they do not get the Wombat block, I mean, nissault needed it. And there it is, let's go.
Let's go.
He knew that he needed a little bit of good luck from now on because, you know, like, the rules are the rules. I didn't make them, the community made them, and
we're just the enforcers.
we're just the enforcers, you know.
Very clean 5F2 from proa007 just now. Yeah, 5-8 is one of those levels that would ordinarily be pretty intimidating to go through with all those spines and that Lakitu above you and then those Koopas on the cloud platforms. But as long as you're building that early P-speed, you know, you can just easily run through that level and yeah, not have to worry about anything in your way. Just do that last duck jump towards the end as we saw Pro A do, and you'll be able to get past that last Lakitu.
When it comes to that 5-8, it's so easily as well to be like losing your control and, you know, like riding off the platforms because of the drop inputs, which it's I mean, the way that Pro is approaching all of these levels, like, I know that they're not like, he's not doing all the like the P-speed like that you would normally watch, but let's remember that Pro is also a randomizer player, so he's pretty much committed to what he knows about the game. And considering that, you know, like in randomizer, any enemy can appear in those levels. Like, if he has like a safer approach to the levels, like, that's way better. So he's doing a really fantastic job overall, considering that it's not like a, you know, like his comfort zone over here, because I know that he rather randomizer than vanilla, but I mean, he's still putting up a really great show over here. Well, nissault is pretty much like in his zone, so he's in a really good shape overall.
Yeah, definitely well said. Yeah, Pro breaks ranks with some of the other, you know, some of the more conventional vanilla warpless strats that we've seen, but yeah, he just he makes them his own and he makes them work. So, like I said, just don't fix what isn't broken.
Ooh, we're probably getting the Hondo pattern for that Roy fight. You love to see that. Really nicely done for Pro. Now, nissault, after getting that orb, he's about to enter to 6-4. Another crazy level with kinda lag as well, but right at the beginning and at the end, you pretty much have to run off, making sure that you don't die to that fire jump, and yeah, you're in a really good shape.
So we'll see how the Hammer Bros behave for nissault right now. Oh, we saw that yeah, we saw the Hammer Bro that just moved up to the left of 6-6. That was the one that he wanted. That was the cloud. I don't know if he knew that or not. He could have just fought him right away.
Really nicely despawned. I gotta say that up to this point, I didn't even care about his bros. I was just like looking forward for the despawn to watch, because yeah, that strat, it's so cool. Like, when I first watched it, it was like it blew my mind, and I was like so in love with this speedrunning. And yeah, nissault knew his hammer bros, so he came back to that cloud.
He could have been waiting just to do the P-Wing, play the level, and then just come back and just tail whip him, which is a very good idea.
Yeah, and nissault not going for the hammer suit. I know that nissault is pretty much a firepower, you know, like Bowser killer, but at the same time, I don't know. Well, you know how biased I am to the hammer suit, but again, like, I don't know what to expect from these runners, but I know that I hope that with everything that he didn't do in War for Airship, that doesn't backfire at the Bowser kill. Like, I don't want to curse it right now, but if it happens, it happens. It's not on me, it's on him.
I mean, both these runners, they're gonna do their run the way they want to, and I'm absolutely positive they're gonna make it work.
Ooh, is nissault? I mean, I'm not sure if he took that damage on purpose.
It doesn't even matter either way, since he'll have an opportunity to fly over 6-9. He does have 2 extra P-Wings, so he's in pretty good shape.
Yep. I forgot about that, definitely. Also, let's say welcome into all the raiders that arrived with this SpeedGaming 3. Right now, we're pretty much like having this match from the lower bracket for the SMB3 Warpless Tournament, proa007 and nissault. Like, if you guys haven't give them a follow, just please do me a favor and do it, because they're so amazing. And Pro is a distinguished like a rando runner, also like beloved for this in the speed gaming community. And nissault, it's a warpless slash handle runner for SMB3, and yeah, like he's putting out like really spicy faces lately. And oh no! What have I seen? Oh no, Pro is dying, and no! Oh, the star, bro! Ouch! That was hard for Pro over there. Like, I think it's the first death of the match. Like, these guys were putting like an incredible show, and that unfortunate death because he couldn't build the P-speed properly. Oh, that was hurt.
And that 6F2 is going to take extra time, especially if you're going to be exercising caution around those bombs. Very unfortunate to see. But we still have all of World 7 and 8, so we're not gonna say it is what it is. Still, anything can change right now.
Yeah, like with the clips, with the hands, the divergence in the routing, some little unfortunate events that might happen, and ooh, wait up, nissault just got the first class ticket. I know that he's pretty much like happy about it. And like yeah, with all the things that can happen in SMB3 in this latter part of the game, it's oh my goodness, what happened to nissault?
Oh my god, that blue block, I love it.
Yeah, like he got the blue block, but imagine if he, you know, like if he didn't, like, wow. So many thoughts right now of how that could go wrong, you know, because he took damage over there, but wow, like, the way that he's under control, I like it, I love his confidence towards this.
Likewise.
Oh, did we see some sort of manip from nissault's side to the word, I mean, to the 7-1 clip? Like, I think he was just standing over there, but I'm pretty positive nissault is not a dot clipper.
Yeah, I didn't see any manipulation from nissault's side, so I don't know if he's just going to improvise it once he's there. I wasn't able to catch whether he's a dot clipper or a standing clipper, but I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Oh yeah, and Birdie. It's not a wombat pop cube, it's pretty much like a smurf cube over there. And you only get it when when you're pretty much in first class ticket. And oh my god, did nissault just got like the 7-1 clip in the second try?
That was second try. And his first attempt was actually very good, but unfortunately had bad subpixels.
Wow.
But yeah, in a race we take that all day, any day.
Yeah, definitely. Not even in races, but in PV paces as well. Like a second try clip, it's never bad for you.
Absolutely, it's only about a 2-second difference per attempt.
nissault nailing this 7-2 and not taking damage or like, ooh, and with a nice 5-5. Let's go. I got to see that Proe decided to preserve his leaf coming to this airship. Not sure if he, you know, like, considering that the Koopalings, things can go wrong. Is he going to take like damage on purpose to, to do the clip, or are we going to be watching a tail clip in this tournament?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that he's probably going to keep that tail for the Lemmy fight just as a safety net, so he could probably take damage on the last 2 or 3 stomps, and then he'll be pretty much set for 7-1. I mean, we've seen some pretty unconventional strats from proa007 so far, so I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up going for a tail clip and then maybe holding onto that tail to fly over 7-2.
I mean, if we get to see a tail clip in 7-1, I'll lose it. Oh my god, he's going for the clip in 7-1! Oh my god! Come on, Pro, you can do it! I mean, that's going to make it like a little bit of more awkward, because the tail, when you jump, like it does like this hovering thingy, like this flutter, and it's almost like it takes a little bit of a little bit of an extra seconds to, try again that clip. But oh my god, we're going to watch tail clip. Let's go.
Yeah, whenever you have the tail equipped, it's not unusual to decelerate a little bit whenever you do a jump, so I would imagine that the same subpixels that would work for regular Big Mario wouldn't really apply to tail strats.
Oh, get in there, Pro. Get in there.
His jumps are good. We can see his head going into the corner.
Ooh, and nissault tried a really aggressive 7-8 over there, but he had to clutch it out. Nice recovery, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. But because he had that little delay in the beginning of 7-8, I'm not sure if that's going to affect the timer on those fire nippers, and thankfully not. So long as he's getting out of there, that's the important part. But because now he's small, I would imagine that he's going to be doing 7-9 in order to at least grab one power-up. Oh, he's not!
You're so wrong.
He's a risk-taker, and I love that. Alright, Star Strats, let's do this.
Oh no, and Pro, I don't think, up to the point that, the tail clip was taking so long, I think that he decided to go into, this DLC exclusive of 7-1. But, unfortunate for Pro, he cannot do any wrong works, but at the same time, I'm going to give him, an extra A+ for the effort of doing that tail clip. It's a difficult clip, I do not blame him and for bailing out, and sometimes, when you attempted the clip, 17 tries, it's pretty much the same, time when you do the level, so up to this point, he was like, you know what, I'll just play the level, for the fans, and I love that.
Yeah, I think that was a good call on Pro A's side as well. You don't know how much longer it's going to take just trying to flip with the tail. It could either go really low or really bad. It's not very often you see something in the happy middle. So, yeah, after about 12 tries, you must feel like you're behind at that point. So you just gotta do what you have to in order to, just get through the rest of the game.
Oh, as you were mentioning before, definitely Pro was trying to clip that tail so he could, go over that gap in 7-2, because, it's totally fine, it's totally valid. In SMP3, there are many strats or many ways to approach the levels, and you gotta do what it's comfortable for you, definitely. And huge shout out definitely to Pro for for pulling out all the strats that he knows about this game overall. It's definitely putting a really nice job. And we're going to see probably a star chain. Please, oh, probably not, or maybe yes. Yeah, we're going to see a star chain in 7-3! That's pretty much my childhood over there. That's why I loved 7-3 when I was a kid. That's so amazing. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I think that's the first star chain that we've seen in the tournament thus far.
Yeah, you gotta love that, definitely. nissault pretty much in a really good shape for the airship. I think that Hoki's mentioned in the chat that nissault it's -6.9. He has a really nice pace over there.
As in coming out of World 6, very nice.
I wonder what would be his pace when he's out of this World 7, because he did a really fantastic job in this World 7.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think I want to say he came out of I want to say he came out of World 6 with I think a 36.18 or something along those lines. So I would say that pretty much puts him on pace for a mid-52, and if he gets no hands, then yeah, that's definitely 52 pace. He had a very clean World 7, so I can't imagine much else really stopping him.
Yeah, I saw pretty much that he grabbed the one in a 43:19 timer. So that might set him up like for a really good like a 52 pace if he gets no hands. So right now in the auto scroller land for nissault, we're pretty much just like expecting to get no hands for him, because I mean if he wins the race, nice, like you love to see it, but most important for the runner is to get a PB. Like if you participate in a tourney, like you do casual races and everything, yeah, winning is cool and everything, but your PV is your PV. You're pretty much like a man with a mission when it comes to that. And oh no, nissault lost the fire flower over there. No.
Oh no.
And proa007 F2 with the star. Nice. Oh, right. He's going to do a safe approach from now on. And yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, unfortunately, nissault's not going to have an opportunity to go for rankless, but he will have another opportunity to grab a fire flower in the Navy. I do believe he knows that strategy. I do believe he's been practicing no roam warp, so he knows what the setup is. Probably taking it very carefully in 7F2.
At some point, I just thought that Pro was actually doing like a random seed, because normally those are the movements of a random seed player. I mean, of a randomizer player, because normally at the end there's no dry bones over there, but there's like probably hot food, probably booze. So you're pretty much like really cautious of preserving your power up. So the way that Pro is just giving us some rando charms in vanilla, it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it's also especially interesting because he could have damage boost through that dry bones and rotodisc, and then just do a stun kill and boom boom, since you'll have 2 power-ups you can grab on the World 7 airship, and that'll pretty much put him back at Fire Flower. Oh no, he tried to go for it.
Yeah, I think that taking the damage, like those frames were pretty much like the ones that he needed. But right now, I mean, nissault has like 3 more places where he could grab a fire flower. Those are pretty much like hand 3, which we're not expecting to see it right now. He could grab it in hand 1, but that's a risky one, or up until 8F. So it's going to be, I mean, right now anything can happen in this World 8. Like I'm praying for no hands for nissault because of that juicy pace, but at the same time it's like, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like nissault has pulling out like an incredible show as well, and as all the runners of SMB3, like we always deserve a really juicy PB. So
Absolutely, and we've seen quite a few PBs over the course of the tournament so far. So really,
right.
a really good job to all the runners thus far who've been really putting in the work.
Yeah, we have seen PBs on a tourney, especially when it's your first match, right?
Perhaps.
Oh no! Hands! Please be gone! He's all not going for the P-Speed strat and— Whoa!
Oh no, he got caught by an off-screen hammer.
Is that even possible? What? That was a scam! That was a legit scam!
I agree.
Oh no, and he gets a second hand. No! Get out of there, nissault! Get out of that hand bridge!
Yeah, nissault's karma is finally catching up to him since he didn't write the mole ram in World 4 airship.
Right! All the war for shitty stuff that you had to do, it's paying out. Okay, 2 hands, it's not bad. He can equip that leaf because you always know that in the Air Force, you feel all comfy and safe, with those like, with those tail whips, and you're like pretty much like floating from a platform to another. Like, It's pretty much like a safety measure over there. I cannot blame him. But the big question is if he's going to be doing like the 8-1 risky flower grab.
Yeah, something tells me he hasn't really practiced that one. But then again, I haven't really seen much of nissault's recent practice, so I'm definitely open to seeing some surprises if he decides to go for it. But in any case, even if he doesn't and he just decides to damage boost out of the tail, do some standard P-speed strats, and then grab the fire in the fort, he's still on pace for a pretty solid mid-53. That's pretty much what he's on pace for.
Sadly, it's not going to be a PV pace for nissault then, because his PV is a 52-50 something, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so 8-1. Enter here. Nope, he's doing the damage boosting over there. Not taking any chances of taking damage again. He's not going to— No!
Ooh, no.
No! This is the first—
I couldn't tell if that was a dropped input or that was just a little bit late up to the button press.
I think it was a drop input. Like, yeah, that can happen so often. Oh no, he didn't like duck for enough amount of time, so he couldn't, you know, like continue with his speed, but he's in a really good shape right now. But 8-2 without a fire flower can be, I mean, you can still do it as Big Mario and you can do the damage boosting at the end, but you pretty much need to be Big Mario to enter into 8F, unless, you know, like you're going to be, you know, like trying to sacrifice those seconds trying to grab like the first power up and, you know, you continue on. But let's see what nissault does. Oh my god, what is that? He was so close to a piranha! No, please, Angry Son, don't, yeah, get out of here.
Very nice maneuvering around those fire piranhas.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, nissault equipping his star because he knew that he needed to go through this Wonderful Lights. Pretty much in good shape for 8F and for the Bowser fight now because he has his fire power. Now let's try not to lose it overall.
Alright, we've activated the P-switch. Are we gonna hit the 1 cycle? Something tells me he's gonna do it. He's definitely set up. He's definitely in the clear. Very nice. Very
really
solid
impressive.
fort.
Yeah, really impressive for nissault. Now Proa about to finish the Navy. How many hands do you think Proa is going to get?
I'm gonna go ahead and say 1.
I'm going to say no hands, you know, just to keep things spicy. Because even if it's a PV pace or a race, if you get no hands, it's no hands, guys. Oh, we get the middle hand over there.
The shortest of the 3 hands. And it's also the hardest to avoid dropping inputs on your jumps.
I mean, it's not that hard, unless you're Nico, you know?
Or me.
Sorry, Nico. I love you guys. And oh, we got 2 hands for both of our runners. So the RNG was pretty much an even field for these runners. Like, we didn't see any extra bro. I mean, aside from the one from World 6 on Pro's side, and that was because of unfortunate death in 6F2 and he had no choice, like that star bro just went to him. The RNG was pretty much like all even, like all things considered. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, nissault in the clear, going to Bowser Castle, and let's see what happens next.
See if we're gonna get any elevator clips.
No. That little corner clip on that statue is slowing him down.
Alright, he gets that 1-up clip. Very nice. Does he get his P-speed in the statue room? very nice. Didn't even have to do a turn back for it either. And he gets a nice rebuild right at the clutch.
Wow.
That's especially scary to go for in a race.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, Bowser not giving you like the scammy pattern over there, and give it out your GG's for nissault. He's going to be advancing on the lower bracket, like going to be like playing against Rupert 83. That's going to be one nice match, definitely. You don't want to miss out that.
Yeah, PB-wise, I do believe they're both very close, so I definitely see this being a very close race between the two of them. Yeah, congratulations, nissault, very well earned, and we'll see if we can get him in the commentary booth for interview very, very shortly. Meanwhile, we'll see proa007 wrapping up 8-1. So he has quite a few leads in his inventory right now, definitely something you like to see. Just have the nice extra safety net as he makes his way through these last few sets of enemies.
Alright,
Nice tail whip. Nice tail whip on that plant. Nice dodging on that angry sun. And he's out of there.
Yeah, really fortunate for Pro with the leaf, he's going to be able to damage boost over here. And he's going to try to equip a fire flower as well over here. Yep, there goes the fire flower. He didn't do any damage boosting, and that's okay. You gotta do what you're comfortable with. And yep, being really careful with those conveyors, I do not blame you at all. Like, those conveyors can be a total nightmare, I swear.
Absolutely. Especially when you try to go for conveyor P speed, you have to be like right on the very tip of the first one in order to have enough of a build. Alright, so Pro is pretty much in the clear to get some laser beams out on the super tank, get cleared out those rocky wrenches, and yeah, he's just about a minute away from Bowser's Castle. Yeah, as we see Pro making his way through Super Tank, I think that now would be a good opportunity to yeah, just give a rundown of the rest of the schedule that we have for today. We have 4 more matches lined up, including one that's going to be happening in just a few minutes over on SpeedGaming 6. We have Scarface Nico versus Narfman, and that's going to be commentated by Ethan and the Bagler. And then at 3 p.m. we have Craig SMB3 versus Jepezu over on SpeedGaming 5 here, commentated by Budsy. Yeah, 6 p.m. we have Yadokami versus the Haxer, and at 8 p.m. we'll have Beautylocks versus Europsolus. So quite a few matches, so don't go anywhere. Meanwhile, we are joined by nissault in the commentary booth at GG. Very nicely done in your race.
Thanks, Cheeks. And thanks for commentating on the race. And GG's to Narfman too. Or not Narfman, but Pro. Thanks for Narfman for hosting the tournament.
Yep, absolutely. And yeah, we saw throughout the race that both of you had very similar RNG luck with the Hammer Bros. Yeah, just in terms of routing, not having to really worry about the Dom box. Both of you did get run away in World 3, and you both made the attempt to skip the Bros, but ended up I think fighting the Star at the end past 3-6. And both of you had the opportunity to skip the Star Bro in World 6, but unfortunately, Proe took a death in 6F2 and then ended up having to fight it anyway. So yeah, that was pretty much a big factor that gave you a pretty significant lead over him. And then
Runaway Bro's been a pretty common character in this tournament, I hear.
And yeah, by the time you both got to World 7, I do believe you had 2 tries for 7-1, which was very, very nice. We saw some unconventional strats from Pro. I do believe he ended up maintaining his tail after the Lemmy fight and then tried to do a tail clip, but unfortunately it didn't work out for him and then had to go through 7-1 the normal way. And I think that time gap between you coming out of that was pretty much a major factor, in, you know, just towards the end game. But yeah, looks like you're going to be advancing to round 2 of the lower bracket, and you'll be facing Rupert 83. Any thoughts on that moving forward?
It should be a good race. I think Rupert and I both have pretty similar PBs, so it should be a close one.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had a chance to watch Rupert for quite some time now, and I know he's been putting some practice in for his Warpless runs. I do believe his PB is a low 53 last time I checked. I could be wrong, though. Meanwhile, we see proa007 just finishing up the Bowser fight. So GG's to him. We'll see if we can get him in here as well.
Yeah, something that caught my attention, definitely in nissault, it was that you were on PV pace entering into World 8, right?
Yeah, World 8's been kind of rough for me lately. Making some mistakes there, fortunately. Maybe I could do some no wrong warp runs to practice up on it.
I mean, to be fair, and to be completely honest, the fact that you got hands, it wasn't like a commentator's curse. It wasn't, I swear. It was you not doing the memes in the War for Airship. And also, what was that War for Airship swag over there that you were pretty much like in a really small corner, like a docking and in a really small gap, like that was a heart attack moment. Like, what were you doing?
Yeah, I've died there before doing that. It's kind of fun.
Oh my god.
But you have to give the people their content.
Right, and if you die on that airship, at least it's at the beginning, you know?
Absolutely. Meanwhile, we're joined by proa007. GG on the race. Well done.
GG.
Yeah, we saw some pretty unconventional strats from you throughout this race. I can only imagine that some of it was just tied to the muscle memory that you had with randomizer. Yeah, like
Some, yeah.
Yeah, we saw I think that the one that especially stuck out in our minds. We were just mentioning this about a moment ago. Was just the tail strats you were using in 7-1. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty interesting decision on your part.
That was me basically just throwing my hands up at that point. Once 6F2 happened, I knew I was dead. That just killed the run. That killed the run for me. Because before that, I thought I was getting some nice momentum going, and I was actually like -1 and on my PB splits. So there was a dim chance of me getting a PB. But once 6F2 happened, it just that was pretty much it for me. I knew I was in real trouble at that point.
Yeah, totally understandable. Yeah, I was actually just telling nissault just a moment ago that you guys had pretty similar RNG luck with the Hammer Bros. Yeah, you both ended up getting Runaway Star in World 3, and then both ended up having to play 4F1.
Yeah.
But you were doing a pretty good job keeping up with nissault. I think you were both just a level and a Hammer Brother fight apart. So
yeah, the other mistake I made, and this was me just not really looking before I did anything, was after 4F1. I had the double Hammer Bros between 4F1 and 4-4, and I should have used my music box at that point. That was a mistake on my part. Luckily, it kind of worked itself out, but that was 20-25 seconds. It was basically a throwaway at that point.
The World 4 Hammer Brothers are really hard to navigate, especially when you have that extra level to play. So
yeah.
It just gives the Cloud and the Star one more opportunity to switch. So yeah, even if you do end up using the music box early, there's no real guarantee that you're not going to be losing time just on the overworld map movements either.
Perhaps, but I already got the Cloud really early after 4-2, so I thought I had so it was kind of in the back of my mind was to use the music box, and then when the movements happened, and then they moved, and then I was already moving down to that hammer. I was like, oh, I should have just used the music box. And again, it's one of those things where it's like an extra second of just kind of reading the map wouldn't have hurt. But no, 6F2 was really the decider for me. I don't know if I would have won either way, but I think I would have had a shot at a PB if that hadn't happened. I didn't play well in World 6 or 7, and it's one of those things. But GG to nissault for sure.
Yeah, 6F2 is a very punishing level to take a death on, especially since you don't have that extra tail at your disposal, and you have to be really cautious around those thwomps. And it's one of those mistakes that could have just happened to anybody. So
it is what it is. But that was certainly disappointing. But take it and just move on.
Absolutely. Yeah, just definitely a wonderful race between the both of you. GG's again to nissault and for advancing to face Rupert 83 in the round 2 of the lower bracket. Just again as a reminder, Scarface Nico versus Narfman is going to be happening right now on SpeedGaming 6. Again, that'll be commentated by Ethan and the Bagler. And do be sure to check out the link for the just for the schedule for the rest of the matches that we have going on this weekend. We have quite a bit of content lined up. So any final thoughts before we sign off?
Thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah, GG's. Thanks all for watching, and I'll hopefully see you all the rando tournament when that happens.
Yeah, looking forward to it. And GG's again to the both of you. Thank you again to Narfman Zero and for SpeedGaming for organizing this event. I'm Teeks88 with Sharkid. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Have a
GG.
good one, everybody.